promised, the one, the only Stuart Tosspot saw, but before we jump to him, I'm hoping Enrio's still here. Christopher Mead, are we still on TS?
I'm not lagging.
He's lagging a bit, but ladies and gents, just to explain what the hell we're actually doing here tonight, Chris, why don't you give us a very brief, because you're very laggy, explanation as to what this cup is?
Yeah, basically it's just a Super Cup at the end of every CG season. Top 3 teams CGI, top 2 teams CGM, and the top place team in CGA all put together in one big bracket, and they play each other.
Okay, awesome. So it's pretty much for the prestige more than anything. And you do note we are on a rather new map as well. This is MP_Market Centre, so it does look like a little bit of a mix of city streets with a bit of backlot in there. But let's move away from that. We are just waiting on one person's ready up, and that is my lovely Stuart. So Stu, why don't you say hello?
Hello.
Well, that was brilliant.
Yeah,
right, so we are going to go live. And why don't you take us into the first round? I believe we're going to skip the knife for this because they're happy with the sides they're on. So do take us away.
Okay, pleasure to be here, Chris. Thank you for that wonderful intro. It was a real shame that you didn't go with my first suggestion of how to do the intro. We thought we'd just get him to say hello, quite literally. Here we go. Opening frag will come in from Asuba. Tubi down. And one key point, just for those viewers watching, we have kind of jumped a map, or jumped around. Asuba pick up themselves up 2 more frags. They've got just 2 left to find, as Leaf is the last man standing. He's going to nade out. He has 3 players left as he goes into the main market, we'll call this, for lack of accurate descriptions, and will be picked off by Trunk in the back, and that will be first round to Asuba.
Okay, so I'm kind of surprised that already. I thought that this would be such a defense-heavy map, but it does seem as though the attacking side have already taken us away into this one. So let's pick it up with one of the scopes. Let's go for Fint here. Bomb in hand. Paradox-esque does scope across that market centre. Spots Ono, but not for long as he's darted away and thrown out the smoke. So you can see eSuba making the way through that market area again. Sexax picking up one onto Leaf, the superstar merc for this evening. But which bomb site are they favouring? It looks like a little bit of a slow B push. Missak with one for himself. And now Froz has to go huge. Picks up one onto Fint. Can he get the other frag? 3 on 3, make that a 3 on 2. No, a 2 on 2. Froz is not taking this lightly. Takes down Missak. Now he's defending this bomb site with his absolute life. Bomb is down, not in any of these Suba hands. So Troom now goes on the hunt. Spots Froz in that little kind of office area. Does manage to drop him through the wall. And now Ono has a mountain to climb. Spots one just to his left. I'm not sure if he noticed himself. And now you can see him on the prowl. Deagle to hand. Cautiously made him away. Has he just left it too late? No, he hasn't. Picks up the frags onto Sexax. And now 1-on-1. He just has to find Troom and be careful enough not to get spotted. He did see them earlier. Will he keep that to mind? And now Troom with bomb to hand, making his way back towards that market area. Ono spots him, takes him down. 1-all. So it does look like a little bit of a tit for tat at the moment.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that Troom didn't see Ono in the corner.
Indeed.
As he was just sat there, kind of waving at him, and then decided to kill him, which was nice. Yeah, with tit for tat, and I think both of these 2 teams will be the first to admit that they've actually been playing CS:GO this week and probably haven't been practicing this map. So I think whatever we may expect out of this map, if it were to be well played and well utilized, we won't see today. We'll see just a lot of kind of all guns blazing action, which in this case has certainly not worked in Asuba's favor. They're down to just 2 men left standing as Leaf puts down Trunk. Leaf is picked off though, but Ono will see out the round, and that'll be 2 rounds to 0. 2-1. 2 rounds to 1.
Counting ability not on the high point for you tonight. But as you mentioned, because neither of these teams quite have the like strats down, they don't have the standard spots, you'll see a lot more of individual talent shining through. So you already see the likes of Ono up on the top of the scoreboard, Sax as well. So it's more of who can utilise what they've got in the back of their brains and try and make it work. So we see the bomb going towards A this time. I thought that'd be the harder bomb site to get to, but eSuba don't seem too fussed as the flash comes into Trunk's face, and he has to hold hard as the bomb is going down at A. First time I've seen a bomb plant so far. Can WesternWolves stop this? 3 players remaining alive. Flash is coming in. And now Troom just standing firm on the bomb. And I believe it's just Myson outside, biding his time, waiting for his teammates to come in tow. And now they've got to get a frag to even this up. Myson very cautiously spots one, must call it to his teammate, and here comes the fire, and the onslaught does fall in the way of eSuba as they pick up 2 for themselves. Now Froz in a world of trouble, but he's going huge. 2 amazing headshots. Can he get the others? Gets a little bit of a fake. Looking around with the SMG to hand, goes for another 15 seconds on the board. He's got to speed this up and find some of those eSuba players. Spots on near his spawn, can't land the frag. Misak brings that back, and it seems as though that bomb was down, and eSuba weren't going to let that round go to waste.
No, they weren't. Just to quickly bring up a few people up to date, the first match was jumped. I'm not sure whether we mentioned this at the beginning, but a lot of people are asking, where was the first match?
What's going on?
Yes, so one team just kind of didn't show up.
Yeah, that was Rage. That was nice of them.
Yes, we have lots of nice things to say about them. That's for after-hours broadcasting, let's put it that way. One frag this round, and it has gone the way of Asuba. Leaf has been picked off as now on the prowl. Troom has the bomb. He is ever so slowly making his way up towards the A house, as he's got one above him that he is unaware of at this moment. Does spy the dead body of a teammate, and those three fins have been picked up, and now we're going to have Troom just decide to take a look in that bomb room. There's a big, mean man with a gun, and he runs the heck away. Now we'll come back, and oh no! Was changing weapon as he came down those stairs, and that's a critical error as Troom punishes him for it. Sexas gets the frag as well, and the Asuba side may have lost the first frag, but they picked up 3 unanswered frags now, and will now make their way in towards that bomb site. Misak gets the next one onto Frost, and Troom is going to put down that bomb. It's just Chuby left to save the day, and he starts, but he doesn't finish. It's 3-2.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much this A-bomb site's being utilised, because if we flip over to, let's say, Ono, you can see how close they are to the A-bomb site defending. So generally I'd have imagined B would be the more preferable bomb site to attack, but let's stick with Ono here. Can he get the opening frag that they're desperately needing? Because the scoreline is getting a little bit close, folks. So Ono drops out a nade. No one dying as of yet to the, spammy nades falling out. Maybe I spoke too soon, as Ono does get tagged up within an inch of his life. Flashes coming out in front of him, but does manage to stay alive. And now the pace is finally slowing down. Where are eSuba fancying? I think the bomb's working its way towards A, avoiding that B market area. And whose hands is it within this round? It must be Troom. Here we go. Makes his way towards A, cautiously peeking the corners. Frost picking up one onto Misak though. So it's not all over. Drops the bomb off so he can just go scouting around a little bit with this SMG. Will he be able to note the player who's just sitting in on this A bomb site? I can imagine it may be Chuby as he was there before. No, it's not. It's actually a completely different player, and it is Leaf who's going to be coming into a world of trouble when all the players do converge on one side. And here we go. Trunk kicks it off with the frag onto Leaf. Ono with a quick deal in reply. Can he get the second? No, he can't, because Trunk dives out and picks that up. And now Sexax has to go huge. Bomb down and not ticking away, so he needs to get that and plant it. 3 players to find as well. This is not the ideal situation to be in. He's trying to be cautious, trying to sneak a frag, but no one's peeking. They're being careful, but there is a player just looping around behind him. It is Chuby with the deagle, but he's just missed him as he walked around that corner. Here we go. Sexat does note a player towards that spawn area. Goes to the plant. I can imagine Chuby's going to be coming up the rear rather quickly. And here's that deagle. Does the bomb go down? Yes, it does, but not before Chuby can quickly dispatch of him with the deagle. So another round going to the WesternWolves side.
Yes, they're going to pick this one up, and as you said, as you pointed out in round 2, a bit of tit for tat on this point as we now go to 3-all. This is the first map that's forced for the 2 teams, and then the winner will pick the second map after 24 knife rounds to decide who the winner was. I think that is the format being used. On board with Chuby as the WesternWolves side now jump out. Chuby's got the smoke for cover as he will... Not sure he threw that. As he holds back, it's going to be switching over to Trunk, who pokes his head up. He's just going to go up those stairwells where I think Chuby was waiting on the other side for. Trunk didn't know that, but didn't get picked off by him either, as the bomb slowly makes its way across the map. Finta misses his sniper shot down the long alleyway there, and it doesn't quite spy anyone there. Trump's going to get himself one frag. Trunk follows up with another onto Chuby. Bomb going down now on that B site, and Ono is having to rescue this WesternWolves side. Picks up the first frag, but Commentator's Curse is downed next as Leaf will nade over, and the 2 remaining WW players try to make their way out of that as the first shot comes in. It's Leaf that's trying to save the day. He gets himself the second frag of the round, but Sexax picks them off, and we're at 4-3.
Yeah, and I'm surprised how, little SMG action's happening earlier on. Excuse me, I expected a lot more of the action to be happening in that market area, but it does seem as though eSuba are truly dominating it right now, so I'm going to have to take it away with Troom here, who is top of the scoreboard, not on frags, but from bomb plants and getting the assists in. And he is working towards that B site. 2 players behind him. First frag going in the way of WesternWolves, picking it up onto Misak. Chuby doing well for his team. And now Troom is being slowly but surely pushed upon by Froz. Froz picks up 1. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Chuby picks up 1 for himself and his troubles. And now Sexax is left in a world of trouble. And the bomb is not within his clutch. And there are 4 hungry WesternWolves players on the prowl. You can see him cautiously eyesighting across this market area. Spots, I must admit, that may be Froz or Chuby. I'm gonna say it's Froz because he pushed down there earlier. So let's see if he can work any of these frags. All of the WesternWolves players just not peeking too much. You've got to be careful because, you know, we're not too sure of this map and neither are they. So they've got to take every corner very carefully. You don't know if there's going to be a Sexax waiting there to pounce. So now the clock is ticking. 45 left on there. He jumps out towards the bridge area to spot the player up there with the SMG to hand. It is Froz. And now the Danger Man brings out the AK. Can he land the frag? No, he can't. Sexax truly gets the better of him there. And now only 3 men remain in Sexax's way. But now the clock is truly whittled away. 29 on the board. We've got that little tick in the background. Surely reminding him he's got to get moving. But not before Chuby can stop the push. And there we go, 4-4. And as soon as eSuba don't seem to get those quick kills, they seem to be on the back foot almost.
Yeah, and I really liked your description of Sexax almost as like a pedo bear type character.
A little.
Yeah.
On the prowl.
On the prowl. If you see him run away, I'm sure he's going to appreciate that. But Misek has been down. We're a frag each. In fact, no, 2 frags up for the Asuba side as Ono gets picked off. And Trunk now nades up, doesn't quite know where that shot came into him, but he sees the dying body of a teammate and will try to dart his way up towards that A bomb site, climbs on in, and pokes his head around the corner now, just picks off Leaf. I don't know how Leaf didn't find that frag. Chuby drops Finter, and now we're down to just a 2 versus 2. Trunk and Sexas, the pedo bear, is picked off, and Chuby doubles up, and well, good work, Chuby.
Chuby with an absolutely daring deagle there, and I cannot deny the man a quick watch now after he went so huge in that last round. So he is playing AK, and I don't know how exciting that is on this map, but do note he is on the top of the scoreboard, 12-6. So every round he's basically getting 2 kills for his 1 death. Now the smoke's coming out, he's watching the cross towards that B site, does spot 1, but Sexax picks up the kill onto Ono. He does like him young and rather Scottish, so Misen picks up 1 for his troubles. Can WesternWolves get another quick frag to truly get into the lead in this round? 4-4, all is even so far. And now we see eSuba just peeking around. Troom with the bomb again, but WesternWolves getting to their stride, pick up 2 quick frags, and Troom does pick up 2 in reply. This is going truly tit for tat, even in the smallest battles, it's incredible. So now 2-on-2, Troom and Sexax against Froz and Leaf. Now do note Leaf is a merc, so how well can he do here? It doesn't matter because Froz gets the kill, and now Troom has to go huge. AK and bomb within his grip. He's just got to decide which bomb site to go to. Now, we can see on our scoreboard and you know, our radar that both players are towards that A site. But obviously he's not too aware of that, so he's just trying to wait on someone to get a little bit lazy and give him a bit of a peek. But I don't think he's going to be having any luck in that instance. 30 seconds on the board. He's got to get moving, and will he make the right choice? It doesn't seem as though he is. I think he's going for this A site, which is going to be rather contested by Froz and Leaf. They are wondering where this man is, so maybe they'll start the rotate. Maybe they'll start pushing around. He might just get away with this. So can he get the bomb down? 14 seconds on the board. Here comes the plant, and sure they've heard that rattling through. Froz now making his way down, as is Leaf, converging on the side together. Leaf pushing in now from those lower stairs. Doesn't spot the player. And now here we go. Froz does spot him in that little bridge above the bomb site. And now it's a 1-on-1, Troom against Leaf. If he gets this, it'll be incredible, but he can't do so, as Leaf will shut him down and get the defuse in. So, you know, I was quite interested that he once again went for that A site. It does seem to be preferred by the eSuba guys. It seems quite closed in. I wouldn't have expected that. I thought they'd go for the more, you know, more easily accessible B, but who knows.
And Troom in that afterplant situation was, you know, almost gave up in that final frag. He dispatched the first player, you know, so easily, set up for the second, knew he was coming from that bomb site. And Leaf either just quick draw finish McGraw or was not quite able to, or just Troom gave up. So we'll see as quick draw finish McGraw, aka Leaf, does get picked up, does get the first frag before getting dropped by Finter, and now we're looking at a 4 versus 4. Sexax will push on in. Mistek gets the frag onto Ono. Ono's had a few rounds to forget as Froz will avenge his death. And that leaves 2 players left up for the Asuba side, and one of them is Sexas, the on the prowl pedo bear, as Nancy described him, and he will probably not thank us for that as he makes his way towards the bomb site. You never know, this may be what he's always wanted to be called, but Chuby doesn't take too kindly to it. As Finta now, last man standing, does have eyes on one player, but darts away behind that car. Not really much to aim at. He'll quickly have to go back towards the bomb site now. Does down Chuby, collects the bomb as well. Clock's going to be ticking any second now as well, though, as he makes his way in towards that site. Player behind the bomb site, he hears him as well. Buys the nade, he's waiting for the follow-up, and there isn't one, so he's going to have to start to put that bomb down. Doesn't, he's being sandwiched from both sides, not that he knows it. And soon is just going to have to go for an all-or-nothing plant. He's got one player coming from his left, he pokes his head out, and Froz takes it off.
Now, I've got to ask you a question. You know, this is the first time that a custom map in Call of Duty 4 is being really pushed. You know, we've always stuck to the stock maps. Now, in ET, again, that you're quite fond of and you're rather aware of, there's loads of custom maps in rotation. How do you think this is going down so far? It does seem a little bit different to the usual pace of Call of Duty these days. Do you think it's just the fact it's new, or do you think maybe it's just allowing for a little bit of aggressive play here? Do you think custom maps actually allow for a very different pace to actually come about?
Actually, it's more of a community game maturity type of thing that allows for custom maps or not. So in ET, the custom maps came in very, very early on. There was a big modding community early on, and there was a general acceptance that we will, mess up the map pool. Go back one game earlier in that genre's franchise, in RTCW, no modding community early on, no custom maps, and when the game was in its last or later legs, there was no opportunity, there was no appetite to bring them in. And thus it failed. So look at Counter-Strike as well, making changes to that map pool, very, very difficult. Whereas on Quake, each game, new maps, new mods, as people evolve. Obviously there are maps like DM6, for example, that last forever, but then there are changes. So really, it's about the game, and I would say custom maps in the end for Call of Duty 4 are just a little too late.
Yeah, it does seem like a last-ditch effort, but please do note, folks, xfire is not going down without a fight this round. I believe he's just picked up about 3 frags. There's only 2 more to find. With the clock ticking, can he finish out this fantastic round that he started off on? And Froz to find. Here's the scope shot rattling beside him. Can he manage to land the frag? Does spot him down there over the market area. Doesn't manage to even tag him up for his troubles. 10 seconds on the board. He's just got to either sprint to the bomb or hope they appear in front of him, and he doesn't manage to do so. It's taking a little bit too long, I think, and there we go. Ono shuts him down. But I think that was a really nice analogy as to why custom maps maybe coming in a bit too late, and it does sadden me. There has been a couple of options thrown in a lot sooner than this, but the community just don't seem willing to take them on board. So we are going to dive into second half, and now the attacking side, I believe, will be WesternWolves. So will they be able to keep the pace that eSuba set? You can see that the I think who's leading the way currently? It is the WesternWolves who are leading the way, but will they further that lead on the attacking side? I can only wait and see. So Stu, why don't you take us into the first round of the second half?
Sure, crucial round here for the WesternWolves. They need just 5 in this half to take the first map and put 1 foot into the grand final. And from their perspective, they are going to open up with 3 frags already, and this is exactly what they wanted. Really build some pace and cohesion going into the second half. It's just Trunk and Fint left to save the day. Trunk spies a silhouette, but he can't do it, and gives his position away in opening up fire to Odo, and that leaves just Fint to the left, who's just downed Leaf. And let's find him as he gets himself frag number 2 onto Ono. This would be an ace, and what an ace. But as he runs forward, man coming up in front of him, and then just jumps out in the middle, says, take me now. And that's exactly what happened.
That was interesting play on the last player. I think about 3 weapon switches he didn't exactly want. So let's jump in with Ono here. Scope to hand. Now, on the other side, can he land the frag? Yes, he can. A fantastic shot onto Finn there. Let's switch, of course, to one of the SMGs who are cutting through this mid-market area. It is Chuby preferring that B-site bomb, not too far behind. xfire picking up the nade onto Myson. Chuby now cautiously peeking every corner around him. He does see some fire rattling off just in front of him to the left. Can he pick up the frag? No, he can't. Misak peeking at the very best of times. Now 3-on-3 has emerged. But Misak getting tagged up, I can imagine, by Ono, raining the fire in. And now Ono goes down to the AK work of xfire Leaf with a reply of himself. And I'm getting tongue-tied because this map does seem to just go ridiculously slowly paced to obscenely fast. So now you see xfire in a 1-on-2. Frozen Leaf to find. And 2 bomb sites to defend. See, they're going for more of a B plant here. Froz feeling more comfortable on this site. SMG'd hand, quite unusual for him. He's known for his AK work, but XX does pick up the frag onto Leaf with the Deagle. Can he get there onto Froz? No, he can't. 10-4, and now WesternWolves have truly found their stride and seem to be truly getting into it.
Yeah, they should be able to close this one out now, having won the opening 2 in the second half. They are a team with confidence, and let's see what they're able to do in this round as they close in. Nade comes in from Xx, does get himself 1 and 2 as Chupi goes down afterwards as well. So eSuba not going to get a better opportunity than this to pull themselves back into the game. Oh no, though, Avengers with a frag onto Trunk. Troom is getting fire from that A site as Oh no then drops Xx in Vengeance. 2 frags, or 4 frags between just 2 players in this round, and Troom has been forced well out of that A bomb site under pressure from one of the WesternWolves players. Nade will now come in. In fact, Nade followed by Smoke as he goes in towards the site, and he'll use that site just to take a quick peek at A, see whether anyone else has followed up. He also does not know what's going on in terms of the player that was there, and Mysax joined Troom in the back of A. Real opportunity for a rotation if they are able to pull it off. But they don't, and Leaf goes up 1 against 2, loses. Ono gets his hat-trick, can't follow up with 4. Mysack helps himself to his second frag of the round, and that leaves just Froz with the bomb in hand as he makes his way up. He's got 2 players to deal with. They are holding hands and praying for the best as they wait for the incoming Froz as he just about makes it into that bomb site unopposed. And he's now going to have to work out why, because everything he will have been told is there are bad guys in your vicinity, and that's exactly what happened as Troom puts him down from behind. 10-5, Asuba pick up their first round of the half.
Yeah, it was nice to see Asuba getting the early frags. It seems it works both sides for them. As soon as they do manage to get the initial picks, they can work their way into a round and close it out properly. So let's have a little look at what Troom was doing. So he was so pivotal on the previous side. Does get tagged up by Leaf. Leaf does drop him. And now the onslaught towards A is working in WesternWolves' favour. But the bomb is still sitting back. Being very cautious. Chubi picking up an aid. Leaf with another frag. Froz with 1 for himself. And now Misak left in a lot of trouble with 5 players to find. Spot1 can't even manage the frag onto Myson, who spins round and gets the 180. And now it's 11 to just 5. And now I think eSuba are finally feeling the pressure.
Yes, if they weren't before, they most certainly are now, and they're going to have to try to stop the rot. But you're asking something big, and double grenades coming in. Troom and Finter both picking up a frag, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for eSuba. Froz, Myson and Ono, the last 3 standing, but Mysak leaves it to just 2. Myson's waiting at the back. He's got players shooting at him left, right and center like a whack-a-mole. Mysak helps himself to another frag. Ono then says, this isn't over yet. And he gets himself 2 big frags, and the eSuba side know that they have a monster to contend with. Ono with bomb in hand, and he's on a mission to get himself an ace. His problem is that he's just been shot down to absolutely no health by Trunk. And so Ono, we built it up for what could have been your round, and then he died.
He did truly let us down. I'm almost upset with him. So I'm going to see if he can make it up to us with the scope now. On the next round, let's have a little look at market, but Fint picks up the first on Chubi, the danger man for WesternWolves currently. He was, I believe, almost at the top of the scoreboard with 17 to 13. So now eSuba with the advantage this round, 1 player up. Can they just make it that little bit further? Yes, they can. Misak with another frag onto Myson. Froz finally with a reply onto Misak, who just downed his teammate. But Trunk picks up 1. Froz with another. It's going tit for tat. But eSuba come out on top of this little flurry of frags. 1 player standing against just 2 for the WesternWolves side. Can Froz and Leaf close this one out and just put the nail in the coffin of eSuba's chance? So now Leaf proning his way to B, trying to avoid any iron-sighted players who are just sitting waiting to pounce, like a certain Sexax was. Froz doing the exact same thing, but Leaf getting tagged up from just behind him, and Troom does drop him down. And now Froz left to go huge. 3 players to find, and I wouldn't put it past this man. He is more than capable now with the AK to clutch. Spots 1 player to his right. Goes around looking for the next, but he cannot find it, and Troom shuts him down. And finally, eSuba may have just woken up.
eSuba may, as you say, they may have just about realised that, wait, 13 is not a lucky number.
Indeed.
And we'll see whether they're able to do anything about that, as they must now dig fragged out here, and see the first one going to them as xfire gets himself the frag onto Leaf, and that's followed up by Trunk dropping a tree onto Myson, and that leaves the WesternWolves with just 2 players left. 3 players left if I'm actually able to read, as Tubi looks to go in towards the market area, hops across, is suddenly realizing that every frag counts in this situation as the shots start coming raining down from the construction area. xfire gets himself 1-2, that's a hat-trick for the man called a Pedo Bear by Pansy, and that leaves just Oh No left standing. Again, last man standing. 2 right in front of him. He's not sure what to do, but he misses his first shot, and then they eat him for breakfast. 11-8, comeback for Asuba is officially on.
Indeed, and let's follow who is absolutely dominating the WesternWolves side currently. That is xfire. I think he's on AK, but let's not put him out of this as Ono opens us up with the frag onto Finn. Scope on scope action. Where is the man himself? xfire now makes his way towards that market area, but a few frags going left, right and centre. Let's see what he's up to. Tubi and Leaf still alive, so there is a chance, but eSuba on the back foot, and here we go as Leaf and Tubi pick up 1 each, and now Troom has to find 4 WesternWolves players, and they are truly on the prowl, but Tubi overly peeking. Can he get the second frag onto Leaf? No, he can't, as he shuts him down, and WesternWolves almost confirming that this is the last chance for eSuba to bring it back.
Yes. Very important round there. That will take a lot of the pressure off the WesternWolves side, and Asuba have... Well, they're in the last chance saloon. Tubi nades over the top as he makes his way through. Troom opens up with a frag onto Froz, though, and Tubi is trying to make his way in towards that bomb site now as he gets picked off by Finta, and what was a very quick push into the site is very quickly downed on the spot. Oh no, though. There's oh no. Oh no. As Finta gets picked off. xfire returns with a frag of his own, and the WesternWolves are down to just 2 players. It's Ono and Leaf, and see where they are. Leaf is going to find himself the frag onto Trunk, and will make his way back. Just spotted someone's hand and takes it, the rest of his body off. It's Troom that goes down. Leaf is out for the count now, but he's done his job. He's reduced it to a nice bite-sized piece of eSuba for Ono to deal with. 2 frags needed for the effervescent character of the WesternWolves side. Mysek waiting quite deep between the 2 bomb sites. The other player is xfire, who's prone right behind Ono as Ono collects the bomb. And Ono now will... Ono did not collect the bomb. I made that up. As makes his way now around and has really paid the price for that bomb being left all the way back, because he had to go rather slowly to go and get it. He's now having to run those wee little legs of his around, and just looks like the clock will, I think, in the end, work against him. He's taken too long to do this. He's now going to try and make his way over towards B, but time not on his side. 9 seconds to go, and he's picked off by Mysak, and in the end, oh no, that was not the best way to play out that situation.
No, indeed, he did indeed pick the wrong option there, but maybe not just his fault, because the bomb was left in spawn. But eSuba are truly bringing this game back from the brink, folks, so let's see what they're up to. Finn, can we land the shot onto Ono? Can we get what your team desperately needs just to remove that bit of range? But Troom can as he picks up the frag onto Froz. Ono ignoring Finn and does drop xfire, the danger man for eSuba. And now eSuba need to just keep the numbers, but they can't do it when Leaf is on a roll. And let's see where the WesternWolves side are going. Myson looking for this A push. AK to hand, spots 2 players. Leaf getting tagged up for his troubles. And who's the player just stuck in this corner? It's Leaf against who is this? It's Trunk, and Leaf gets the better of him, dropping him down. 3 on 2, WesternWolves with the advantage. Can they capitalise on this? Yes, they can. And it's 13-9. And that is the first map down and out. Now, we do have to go for, I believe it's a knife now? Yes, it is a knife for the next map. I am absolutely baffled with the way this whole tournament runs. Enrio explained it beautifully to me, but my brain just cannot fathom how it works. So, Stu, what maps are you hoping for? What do you feel comfortable casting? What do you want to see these 2 teams go at it on?
Well, my normal gut reaction is Crossfire. Just,
I hate you.
It's a nice name.